Give me 5 minutes of your time, and I will share with you something about life, God, and the Bible. Isaiah 43, verse 2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. Isaiah 43, verse 2. 2 nights ago, when I was working on a devotion on my computer, I felt a sharp pain at the back of my neck. I believe that I must have thrown my neck out due to a bad posture on my part. The pain got worse. I went to my bed upstairs. To my surprise, as I lay in the bed, I lost control of my arms and legs. I could not move anything except my neck, and the sharp pain was still there. Laurie and I decided to call 911. The ambulance came. They had to take me out on a stretcher to the ambulance, and this was the first time I had been in an ambulance. When I got to the ambulance, I could not move my arms and my legs. By the time I reached the hospital, I could move my arms and my legs. And while I was waiting to be registered in emergency, I could also move my back and the rest of my body. However, through the whole night, the back of my neck felt stiff, and today it still feels a little bit stiff. So that night, I went for my first set of blood tests. And when I came out of those blood tests, to my surprise, I saw my good friend, Pastor Ian of Glenbrook Church, there. I was shocked. Laurie had called him earlier while I was in the ambulance to let him know that I was on my way to the hospital. And so, to my surprise, I saw Ian there, and he was there to let me know that I was not alone in my predicament at the hospital. He also prayed with me. Laurie then came. The both of them prayed with me. And Ian went home not long after that, as it has been a long day for him. They did blood tests, a CT scan, and x-rays. All of the results came back clear. I am now scheduled for an emergency MRI soon. Laurie and I got home at about 5 a.m. that morning. It had definitely been a long night. I was in the hospital for 7 hours. When I look back in the past 48 hours, I sense that as I went through that entire medical process, someone was there with me. Whether it was Luke and Laurie at the home, whether it was the ambulance attendants, or the nurses and the doctors. And most of all, I was touched by Pastor Ian's waiting presence. However, I feel that the presence of these people points to a greater presence, the presence that of God. As Isaiah 43 verse 2 says, when we pass through the waters, God is with us. The rivers will not overwhelm us. When we walk through the fire, we will not be burned.